Welcome to our channel, Voices of the Story. Today, we're diving into a tale that will take you on a journey of transformation, resilience, and the extraordinary power of silence, a story that might just change the way you perceive life. Our story begins in a bustling city where the noise never seems to stop. Cars honk incessantly, people chatter away on their phones, and the constant hum of urban life fills the air. In the middle of this chaos lived a man named Aarav. He was like everyone else, caught in the rush of life, striving to meet deadlines, juggling responsibilities, and constantly surrounded by noise, both outside and within. Aarav was a corporate executive, known for his sharp mind and quick decision-making. But beneath the polished exterior was a man overwhelmed by the weight of expectations. His days were filled with meetings, emails, and presentations, leaving little room for peace. At night, his mind raced with thoughts, worries, and plans for the next day. He was a prisoner of his own thoughts, and the noise in his head was louder than the world outside. One day, Aarav's life took an unexpected turn. During a high-stakes meeting, he suddenly felt a sharp pain in his chest. Panic set in as he realized something was seriously wrong. He was rushed to the hospital, where doctors informed him that he had narrowly avoided a heart attack. The diagnosis shook him to his core. For the first time, Aarav was forced to confront the toll his chaotic lifestyle was taking on his health and well-being. After being discharged, Aarav was advised to take a break and focus on his recovery. Reluctantly, he decided to spend a few weeks at a wellness retreat nestled in the serene mountains far away from the city. This was a place where silence wasn't just encouraged, it was a way of life. When Aarav arrived, he was skeptical. The idea of spending days without his phone, emails, or conversations seemed impossible. On his first evening, he sat alone on a wooden bench overlooking a valley, surrounded by towering trees and a sky painted with hues of orange and pink. For the first time in years, there was no noise, only the sound of rustling leaves and chirping birds. It was unsettling at first, but also oddly calming. The retreat began with a simple exercise, spending an hour in complete silence. No phones, no books, no distractions. Just sitting and observing. Aarav found it excruciating. His mind raced with thoughts, work deadlines, unfinished projects, and even mundane worries about grocery lists. But as the days passed, something began to shift. The silence, once uncomfortable, started to feel like a balm for his restless mind. During one particularly quiet morning, Aarav ventured into the forest alone. As he walked, he began to notice things he had never paid attention to before, the intricate patterns of leaves, the gentle sway of trees in the wind, and the rhythmic chirping of crickets. The world seemed to slow down, and for the first time, Aarav felt truly present. In that moment, he realized the power of silence. It wasn't just the absence of noise, it was a space where clarity, peace, and self-discovery could flourish. Over the next few weeks, Aarav embraced the silence. He spent hours meditating, journaling, and simply observing his surroundings. He began to notice patterns in his thoughts and understood how his constant need for control and achievement had been draining him. The silence taught him to let go, to trust the flow of life, and to listen to his inner voice, a voice that had been drowned out by the noise for far too long. When Aarav returned to the city, he was a changed man. He approached his work with a newfound calm and clarity. He implemented short moments of silence into his daily routine, whether it was a few minutes of deep breathing before a meeting or a quiet walk during lunch. He found that these small practices not only reduced his stress but also made him more focused and creative. One evening, Aarav was asked to give a talk at a corporate event. As he stood on stage, he began by asking the audience to close their eyes and sit in silence for a minute. The room, filled with hundreds of people, became eerily quiet. When the minute was over, Aarav spoke. "That," he said, "is the sound of clarity. In our noisy world, we've forgotten the power of silence. But it is in silence that we find our true selves, our deepest insights, and our greatest strength." His words resonated deeply with the audience. People approached him afterward, sharing how that 1 minute of silence had been a profound experience. Aarav realized that his journey wasn't just about his own transformation, it was about inspiring others to embrace the power of silence in their lives. Years later, Aarav's story became a movement. He started workshops and retreats, guiding people to find peace and clarity through silence. His story reached millions, reminding them that in a world full of noise, silence is not a void, it is a gateway to understanding, healing, and transformation. And so, the man who once drowned in the chaos of life became a beacon of peace for others. Aarav's journey is a testament to the idea that when we embrace silence, we allow life to flow in our favor. It is in those quiet moments that we discover the strength to overcome challenges, the wisdom to make better choices, and the courage to be our authentic selves. Thank you for joining us on Voices of the Story. If this tale of Aarav's transformation inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories that touch the soul and ignite the mind. Until next time, may you find peace in the silence and let it guide you to a life of flow and harmony.